Y'all, well, it looks like the material guy Santana has been shaking his booty everywhere because he just dropped a little shady list of men who he claims allegedly got HIV after messing with Young Miami, and he just didn't, well, smoke, and because he pulled up with some receipts that could ruin the reputations of everybody involved. According to Santana, Young Miami has allegedly been out here giving multiple men something they can't get rid of, and fans immediately connected the dots back to Diddy. But if that wasn't insane enough, Santana is also allegedly claiming that she's been financed by a whole secret roster of schlucker daddies, big names, big checks, private jets, silent deals while she pretends to be a boss babe on social media. And now fans are spiraling wondering who's on the list and who they caught and why Santana is choosing violence. Now, is this about loyalty, jealousy, or is he trying to burn her entire brand to the ground? Well, either way, this turned into one of the wildest exposés we've seen all year. And y'all, it's only getting messier from here. So when the material gross Saucy Santana and the city girl Young Miami first started beeping, most people figured it was just another bestie fall-off that would blow over in a few days. But it's been weeks and weeks, and instead of cooling off, things are heating up. Now that Santana's out here name-dropping her sugar daddies and putting all her business in the streets, y'all, this isn't just a petty shade no more. The feud is spiraling, and if even half of what is being said is even true, we haven't seen the worst of it yet. And now everybody knows that the beef started, because Young Miami allegedly pimped Santana to Diddy, and then got mad when Santana and Diddy allegedly became a little thingy. So according to Santana, the real reason everything blew up was because Young Miami allegedly tried to push him into messing with Diddy. You know, Diddy is a bad boy for life, if you know what I mean. Well, he claimed she kept trying to make it happen, even though he made it clear that fetched wasn't happening with Diddy like that, especially since Diddy was already involved with her. But instead of backing off, Miami allegedly kept pressing the issue, and things eventually got so uncomfortable that Santana started pulling away from her, and that's when the tension really started to build. Before long, their friendship completely fell apart, but what's wild is that even after all that mess, they somehow ended up back on good terms, and Santana eventually did link up with Diddy not long after that allegedly. But nobody knows exactly how they went from beefing to being back in each other's lives. But clearly something changed behind the scenes. Perhaps dollar bills, y'all. But for some reason, they fell out all over again. And this time, Santana wasted no time letting everybody know why. According to him, it was Young Miami who had been running her mouth, spreading the rumor that he and Diddy had something going on. And y'all remember Whack 100 went viral proclaiming that Diddy was hosting freaky wild parties with both Miami and Santana. Both Santana is now saying that Miami was the source of that tea, and she's the one who's allegedly fed that story to Whack 100 behind his back.
Yeah, so you seen Gene before, but if Gene said he seen it, but we heard him tell Fabulous, "Nah, I want to have a party."
Oh man, come
what
on,
that mean?
man.
That means a party behind the scenes of a party.
Listen, man, for the record,
That sounds like some Illuminati shit. You gotta explain the party
that's
part.
some Saucy Santana shit.
Nah, stop it.
Stop.
Now that we got there,
No, stop.
you the one said maybe the girl, Saucy, and Puffy having parties. Don't act like you didn't say that.
Man,
Don't tuck your tail, bro.
Hold up, Ice Cream Chuck.
Don't tuck your
I
tail
gotta
now.
say this because
You
I'm
said-
here. I've
You know,
been
I
to
fuck
Puff
with the
House
city
in
girls.
Miami.
They're my people.
Yeah, that's a fact. Man, Puff did the Starlin. Puff did the Your
shit.
Style remix for me.
They was saying this.
Do you know
He
how
was
much?
so weird.
Do you know how much that used to piss me off?
They would. I never believed it, but I know Santana seen it. That's
Girl,
why I was
Dad,
like,
I
it's
used to
funny.
be on YouTube like, ew. I'm like, first of all, I don't even motherfucking play that. We ain't doing it.
Okay.
We ain't doing it. And Carisha ain't with nothing that's gay, baby. She don't even play that.
Okay.
So it was just like, I'm just like, and that affected me. I'm like, that's corny. Why y'all saying that I'm f***ing my best friend? And like, come on, what is we doing?
I mean, but you T, like,
Yeah, but I'm not.
I would,
Yeah, but I'm not f***ing my best friend.
Yeah.
Cause
I
these
get it.
is out here.
So I do
But
want to
you know,
talk
I'm not.
about.
The fans didn't buy it, like, not even for 1 second. Once dropped, they spread like wildfire, and what started as whispers or messy blogs quickly turned into full-blown speculation across social media. People started saying that Diddy's relationship with Young Miami might have just been a front. a carefully curated distraction to keep the real story under wraps. And the real story, well, according to the internet, Diddy and Saucy Santana were the ones actually involved, and Miami was just part of the cover while Diddy kept his private life under tight wraps. Well, Santana eventually came clean over, at least gave his side of the story. In a jaw-dropping interview, he claimed that Miami was the one who sneakily leaked the whole thing. According to him, she was getting jealous that Diddy seemed to be vibing with him more than her. And instead of confronting the situation, she decided to sabotage it from behind the scenes. And when the rumors hit the blogs and things started spiraling, well, Diddy cut Santana off completely just like that. No calls, no explanations, because according to Santana, Diddy wasn't about to deal with that kind of, especially not with people already questioning his sexuality.
You can't ask questions now, kid. Okay, you're right. Damn. Shit. All right. Give him a round of applause, no questions asked. Yeah. Question right here. Do you ever put your friends' business out on social media?
Yeah.
Why?
They do it to me.
Who?
Young Miami.
No, she don't.
Yeah, she do.
What she say about you?
She said a lot.
No, she don't.
She put my personal business out there. That's how I started Crucial Please, because she just kept naming multiple men that I was dating just to the world.
So, yeah, Santana exposing Young Miami for allegedly having HIV and passing it along to her sugar daddies definitely feels like revenge at its messiest form. And while the tea is spilling, it's not just hot, it's scaldy, baby. From claims of secret infections to high-profile hookups, Santana is airing everything out like he's got nothing left to lose. And this isn't just drama, it's giving war. Well, Santana exposing the Young Miami for allegedly having HIV is something that nobody really had on their 2025 drama card. But here we are. Things started spiraling when fans noticed that Young Miami going off on a wild Twitter rant saying stuff like, "I'm not sharing my next ninja." And at first, folks just assumed that she was salty over Diddy's past being aired out in court. You know, usual jealous ex-energy. But then things took a dark turn. Rumors started swirling that Young Miami's anger had nothing to do with the jealousy and everything to do with the bombshell that she had recently found out that Diddy allegedly contracted the H from sleeping around with those people during them freak-offs. And not only that, but he reportedly passed it on to others, including Young Miami allegedly. So when the news hit her, they saying she completely lost it. And according to insiders, she snapped, dragged Diddy on social media, and accused him of risking her life without even giving her a heads up. And what started as vague little tweets quickly turned into an all-out war online. And now that Santana's adding fuel to that fire, the scandal is nowhere near finished. But before we even dive deep into all that messy back and forth between Santana and Young Miami, let's rewind a little bit to something that's been bubbling under the surface for months. Because believe it or not, the public was already speculating about Diddy's hip status way before Santana's bold accusations ever hit the internet and timeline. It all started that moment that Diddy made that first court appearance. Y'all remember social media lit up with people asking why he looked so frail, so skinny, so sickly. Then the whispers started quiet as kept at first, but then they picked up fast. People began saying it looked like a health crisis. And naturally, in true internet fashion, the theory that really stuck was that Diddy might be secretly battling HIV. And while it started off as a speculation, it only got louder and more pieces of the puzzle started to fall into place. Well, Santana pretty much came out to confirm it all. And he had a whole lot to say about it. But the wild part, Miami didn't dump Diddy because he had HIV. She allegedly dumped him because he was no longer willing to pay her bills. She was not about to stick around and be Diddy's boob bang for free. Talk about, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Now, Santana's claims do sound a little bit wild, but he's not even the first to say it. The streets have been whispering for a minute. According to a source close to Young Miami, Diddy is no longer paying Young Miami's bills. The friend told reporters that Diddy had been covering private flights, shopping sprees, and even the rent for a luxury Miami penthouse. But apparently those perks have stopped. Sure, he still bought her a Christmas gift, but he's not spoiling her like before. The same insider also said Diddy still wanted to be friends with Young, but she wasn't interested in keeping things cute unless that cash money was flowing. They said Diddy is not in a good place mentally either. He could really use someone like Gisher in his life. She really does care about him, not just his money, but the money is important. Yes, So he has to start paying again if he wants her companionship. But y'all, why did it get even messier? According to Saucy Santana, Young Miami didn't exactly hang up her jersey after she walked away from Diddy. No, apparently she just switched lanes and kept playing the same game. This time, her eyes were on a new prize. Saucy Santana claimed that after Diddy cut her off, Miami didn't waste any time finding another wealthy man to bankroll her lifestyle. And guess who allegedly stepped in to fill Diddy's shoes? None other than Quality Control's head honcho PRP Thomas. Yes, that P from QC. According to Santana, Miami and P allegedly had a thing going on behind the scenes. And if what Saucy Santana is saying is true, this isn't just some harmless flirtation. He accuses her of sleeping with the industry power players to keep her lifestyle intact. And P just happened to be next in line after Diddy. And what P didn't know was that Miami allegedly had HIV from Diddy. The whispers have been going around for years, but thanks to Santana, seems like it's getting louder. And according to him, she allegedly had an affair with Pete, not for love, but to save the city girls from being dropped. But let's rewind a little bit. Around the time their numbers started flopping, and the label reportedly began having some internal talk about cutting ties, something shifted. Insiders claimed that Miami wasn't about to let her whole brand crash and burn. So instead of waiting around to get dropped, she allegedly made a different kind of play. Garden and Saucy Santana, Miami started cozying up to Pierre with late-night calls, off-the-book link-ups, and moments that were never supposed to leave the room. Not business, not music, something way more personal. The streets say it wasn't about strategy, it was about survival. And now Santana didn't drop names for no reason. He flat out alleged that Miami got real close to be close enough to raise eyebrows. And while Pierre has never confirmed or denied the rumors, Santana swears something went down behind the scenes that nobody is talking about. And the worst part, Young Miami never told him that she could be HIV positive. But hold up, wait a minute, because Santana wasn't done airing her out. According to him, Young Miami didn't just move on to a new man. She allegedly spun the block and doubled back to her baby daddy Southside too. And what's wild, Miami is usually tight-lipped when it comes to her personal life. 'Cause nobody even suspected that she was still messing with Southside behind the scenes. Not a whisper, not a hint. She had everybody thinking it was strictly a co-parenting thing and nothing more. But even Southside himself swore that their breakup was clean. In an old interview, he made it crystal clear. The key to have a cordial or co-parenting relationship is just no intercourse. You cannot have intercourse with your baby mama. I got a girlfriend too. So you can't have intercourse with your baby mama with the girlfriend. But if you're going off, got a girlfriend too. So you can't have intercourse with your baby mama with the girlfriend. But if you're going off of what Santana is claiming, that whole speech might have been cab. But the real spicy part is that where he hinted that Diddy and Miami might have done 3 songs with Southside. And it's interesting because I know y'all remember when Southside name dropped Diddy saying, "Diddy, come get you. Be my ninja." So if Southside really was involved about Diddy and Young Miami like Santana seems to be hinting, then his risk in this whole HIV mess might be bigger than we thought. And that's not even the most shocking part. According to Santana, Southside has also been secretly financing Young Miami's lifestyle. Now, she loves to present herself as this self-made boss with sold-out shows and booming businesses, but the reality behind the scenes looks a lot different. Most of her ventures haven't been doing numbers, and without the DB connection, her financial power doesn't scratch as far as she wants fans to believe. The twist, well, Southside has a new girlfriend now, so he can't exactly be out here openly showering his eggs with money. But Santana claims he's found a loophole, and he has allegedly been hiding the financial help under the cover of a generous child support payment for their daughter Summer. Y'all, Miami's shenanigans go deeper than we think because it's looking like home egg. Girl has been tricking harder than we thought. Just like that, Saucy Santana may have single-handedly cracked open the darkest secrets of Young Miami's entire come-up. From Diddy's alleged HIV status to a laundry list of sugar daddies, industry heavyweights, and secret exes, this wasn't just tea. This was a full-blown takedown. The wildest part, Miami hasn't said another word. No denial, no clapback, just silence. So now we have to ask you, is silence a strategy or a confession? Is her silence a strategy or a confession? Because if even half of what Santana spilled is true, Miami might be facing a scandal bigger than anything she's ever dodged. Stay tuned, because something tells me this saga is far from over. My squirrel,